everyone. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I know we have some amazing guest speakers also as well. And I want to appreciate the Life Designers team and for what they're doing. You know, I remember getting a chance to connect with them a while back and hearing about their mission, their drive, and the things that they're doing, trying to make a person not better in one part of their life, but their entire life. And, you know, that's something that's a breath of fresh air because my wife and I, we've been in our industry now for almost 18 years, and we've been trying to spread this message, but they've actually built a business around making people better. And I don't think there's any better business when it comes to exactly what we want to do as far as designing our lives. I love the Grant Cardone in the beginning. We had him at a keynote at one of our conferences last year, and seeing him on the front row live is absolutely unbelievable. You know, I listened to some of the things he said. I don't agree with everything Grant Cardone says, but I know one thing: the man knows how to put dollars in pockets. So he's definitely an amazing person, and getting a chance to see him in person has been amazing as well. So guys, listen, my name is Max Pilet. My wife and I, you can see here her on the screen here. We've been with our company now, Legalshield. Well, not our company, but we've been part of Legalshield, independent with them now for a little over 17 years. This November will be 18 years. I feel old saying that. But we've been with the company now, got started as college students, and we were introduced to a business model that has allowed us to live a job-free lifestyle now for over 17 years. So we're excited to share with you just one way where we can add assets, you know, add more dollars in our asset column, because that's what Robert Kiyosaki talks about. That's what all top earners talk about is, you know, just building wealth, right? I once heard it said that rich is having money, but wealth is having time and money. Because what good is it to make $1 million a year, but you're tied to putting the effort in, when I would rather make $250K a year and not have to go to work to chase after that dollar. So today we're going to talk about our company real quickly, Legalshield. And we're going to talk to you about two things. We're going to talk to you about our app, and we're going to talk to you about a little bit about our business model. This is just be a teaser, but you'll get a full understanding of exactly what it is and how it works. Now, most of us can remember a time where we used to shop at a shopping mall. Doesn't happen anymore, right? Everything is about an app on our phone. The most prime real estate in anything that we do now is on our cell phone. Can you imagine that, right? Ladies and gents, I mean, how many Amazon Prime members in the house? You know, probably got packages on the doorstep right now or on the way, right? So there's a thing called the justice system, and unfortunately, we're all priced out of it. Or I should say most people are priced out of it. And most people can get only as much justice as they can afford. So we've partnered, myself and my wife, with a company called Legalshield now for about 17 years that is giving everyday people access to their legal rights. Why is this important? They say the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. We can all finish that phrase, right? But they say the rich get richer because they have access to a lot of money, and with that money, they always tend to make better decisions. But when an average person wants to make a better decision, who do they call? Mom, dad, brother, sister, family, friend, aunts, or Google, right? And quite frankly, is it better to get legal advice, or is it better to get a legal opinion? So all of us would agree that legal advice is where it's at. So how do we do that without having to spend $200, $300, $400 an hour? That's why I love my company, Legalshield. So Legalshield, our company, guys, we've been here for over 48 years. We check the boxes in all the business stats. You know, we've been here for over almost 50 years. We're in all 50 states, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. I mean, the business community has known about us since we got started. It's just the everyday person may not know that we exist yet, because you have to be introduced by someone that you know. So have you ever signed a document or a contract, or been treated unfairly, had a landlord-tenant issue, thought about preparing your will, had an identity theft issue, had a real estate transaction? Most of us can answer yes to at least some or all of these questions, but what do we do about it when they happen? Think about the time and place that we live in right now, right? COVID-19 era. I mean, COVID-19, it smacked everybody in the life back in March, right? You know, people are having issues with scams and unemployment questions and should I or when should I update a will and trust, and making sure that they have power of attorneys in place. But all of these things are costly. So what we have here is the Legalshield Mobile App. With this app, you're going to be able to download it on your phone, get access to the legal justice system, and not break the bank to go out there and do it. The first two features on our app are very important. The first one is called Ask Legal Questions. So that's a little button right here. 24 hours a day, you have Erin, our Legalshield bot, and you can ask her questions just by typing it in. 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Get the most common legal responses that have been filtered by our law firms across the country. By the way, again, these first two features are FREE, free. The next one is try our Legal Forms app. With the Legal Forms app, you're going to have access to a library of forms all across the country that can be generated right through your mobile phone, and you can create a binding legal contract for buying or selling, for entering into an agreement with somebody, or if you just want to make yourself or your business a little bit more credible, you can actually do it on your mobile phone, and you can create that legally binding contract. For example, my wife was lending money to an acquaintance, didn't know her for that long. She was able to boop, 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 put in her name, put in her number, how much she's lending her, when she's supposed to pay it back. And guess what? If she didn't pay it back, she has a legally binding contract on her phone that was created. So you have this, and a ton of other features on the app as well. But now we're going to talk about the premium features. And you know what? You know, my wife and I, like I said, we've been with Legalshield now for a long time. And I can't imagine myself as a human being and a business owner being without Legalshield. Number one, everybody on this line probably knows someone who's an accountant or who's an attorney. And quite frankly, accountants and attorneys, they charge 100, 200, 300, whatever it is per hour. Most people don't use attorneys every day, because if we did, we'd be charged every single time that we use them. So if you're a business owner, which, you know, some of you may be, or you may be thinking about owning your own business, that's why you're in something like this as far as Life Designers is concerned, then you want to make sure that you protect that asset, protect your family. And how do you do that? The first thing is personal legal advice. 9 to 5, pick up the phone, speak to an attorney on an unlimited number of issues, and not have to worry about the bill at the end. I had a situation, $28 cell phone issue, was able to contact Legalshield, and as you see on your screen, they can write letters, make phone calls. The attorney wrote a letter off to AT&T, all of a sudden they can make an exception and give you my money back. But how about the serious situations, like a $5,000 issue where a friend went to purchase some furniture, but lo and behold, she found out that that furniture was advertised down the block for $5,000 less. They didn't want to match it. They didn't want to give her a deposit back, which she did the day before. Long story short, Legalshield entered the picture and was able to get her security deposit back. What we're saying is that we get pushed around. We let things happen all the time, or we try to huff and puff and blow that business's house down trying to handle it ourselves. What do wealthy people do though? You know what? I'm not going to deal with this on my own. I'm going to contact my law firm, let them take care of it. That's what you have with Legalshield. They'll review your contracts and documents before you sign them as well. We also have a business plan. We're not talking about the business plan here, but it's important to know that we do have one. Well, they'll also review your business documents as well. Get a moving violation? Don't sweat it. You're not going to pay $300, $400 an hour for an attorney to go to court. Have Legalshield represent you, and they'll actually take care of that ticket to go fight that ticket for you in court to either A, reduce the points, or completely wipe it out. Why is this important to me? Wes and Mario, I've gotten 9 moving violations since I've been a member. And what I'm excited to tell you is that whether I got it in Virginia, like I made an illegal U-turn in front of a state trooper, or in California when I was speeding through a construction zone, or right here in New York where I made an illegal left turn, you know, whatever it is, they'll go to court for you and they'll represent you in court. And I didn't have to pay a dime outside of my membership fee. They were able to reduce the fines to the points to 0. And all I had to do was send them the documentation right through my app and just click, 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 send the ticket to them, and they went to handle that for me. That is amazing. The next thing we have is start a legal document. Listen, if you're in any capacity investing money, starting a business, if you're living, the one thing that we should have is a last will and testament. If we don't have a last will and testament, you can have the life insurance, the policies, the 401ks, the IRAs, but if you don't have these things documented in a will, guess what? The state of whatever state that you live in can come in and take half or decide through probate what's going to happen. I recently, unfortunately, lost my mother June 4th of 2020. So we're talking about 3 months ago, right?
So sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Now, my mom, business owner, physician, businesses in multiple states. I did not know that my mother did not have a will. And if I could explain to you the chaos, the heartache, the destruction, the turmoil, just from not having a will, listen, you would run and go do one. It doesn't matter if you're a millionaire or a thousandaire or whatever it is, right? It's important to have a last will and testament so that way you can dictate what happens to your assets that you've worked so hard for. Listen, most people on here are people of color, and we live in a completely different world than everybody else. We all know that if you're questioned, detained, or arrested, you have the right to an attorney. But guess what? Most people don't have an attorney to call on. But with Legalshield, push a button 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can call an attorney right there on the spot. I was in New Jersey a few months ago, and me and my brother were talking outside of my aunt's home. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. One police officer comes, starts asking us questions, calls another squad car, calls another squad car. We're surrounded by 6 police officers, and we're totally confused. I said, officer, can I please reach for my cell phone? Reached for my cell phone, put it on speaker, called my law firm. My uncle came out and said, who are you calling? I said, Legalshield, leave me alone. I called them, put them on speaker. All of a sudden, that situation was completely diffused, and they left within 5 minutes of that conversation. What we're telling you is that you need to protect your rights. But how are we going to do it? With Legalshield 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So how do we make money with Legalshield? We have a ton of ways to do that. There are 4 different ways. We're not going to go over all of them, in super detail, because again, this is an introduction. It's to know that this type of thing exists. But basically, we all go to the movies, or we used to go to the movies. We watch Netflix or Hulu now at home, right? We've all been to good restaurants before. And whenever we tell people about a good restaurant or about a good movie, and one of our friends goes there, we don't get anything. We don't get paid, right? We refer people to things all day long, but how? Why? Because we know the thing that we're referring to them is good because we've experienced it ourselves. So what happens if you have Legalshield yourself and you say, hey man, hey brother, hey sister, I learned about this amazing app, watch this video, let me know what you think. Then you will actually get paid anywhere from $60 to $280 per transaction. Plus you earn the opportunity to earn residual income on that member for the life of that member. Let me put it in layman's terms, right? You have Netflix. You refer me to Netflix, and Netflix pays you $20 up front. Will you tell more people about Netflix? Absolutely. Now, if I continue to pay my Netflix bill, which I have for many, many years now, every single month, Legalshield will pay, Netflix will pay you a portion of that every single month. Now, does that happen right now? Absolutely not. But we refer people to things all day long. But in Legalshield, it does. Most people who get started with Legalshield can make an extra $500 to $2,000, $3,000 in their first month just referring the service to their family and friends. Not doing a fancy presentation, pushing a button on the phone, and instantly sharing a video with how they can get protected for themselves and their businesses. The reason we share the business model is because, listen, you didn't grow up to do Legalshield, right? You have a passion and a purpose for what you're trying to do with your life. That's why you're with Life Designers. So maybe you want to fuel another business, right? I'm looking to start another business, but guess what? I don't have to go get a business loan from a bank, because with the money that I'm earning from Legalshield over the course of the years, I don't have to dig in somebody else's pocket to put myself in deficit to build my business. So in Legalshield, it just offers another avenue where you can share something amazing with people, get paid for referring it, and feel good about it because it's an amazing service. We also pay bonuses. Like I mentioned before, we pay residuals. So that means the person gets it now, you get paid now. But after you keep the membership, you get paid month after month, year after year. So I believe that, listen, a presentation is great, right? But I believe that life is what you live, but style is how you live it. I'm going to let you into a little bit about our life right now. This is my lovely wife in the middle. This is us hanging out at one of the trips that you get a chance to qualify for. So if you like to travel, Legalshield, you can qualify for some amazing trips. I think this was to Cabo St. Lucas last year. This is us hanging out at the foam party, the pool party. And guess what? Every single person in the pool outside of the bartender is a part of our company. That is flat out amazing. It was over 500 people on this particular vacation. All expense paid. Again, the food, the gratuity. This is just us hanging out at a local event that we had here in New York. We like to have fun. It's not just about making money. It's making money, helping people, and having fun. This is us at a Dallas conference. Again, just learning. I think for this particular conference, it was Mr. Damon John, who was actually the keynote speaker. So it's just, again, it's just us having fun, helping people, and, you know, getting mentored by, you know, look at this guy, right? Mr. Damon John, Mr. Shark Tank himself. So again, listen, Legalshield has been one of the best things for me and my wife. We're so thankful for it because, again, it helps us to make better decisions. If you're not about making better decisions, then of course, Legalshield, forget it. Just put it out your mind. But there's no way in the world that we can continue to do our life the same exact way if we're not connecting with somebody to help us to make the best decisions. And the best way that I know is that for $25 a month, that's right, $25, you can have access to this app, and you can now make best decisions with law firms all across the country for you and for your business. So this is my contact info, email, phone number. I guess I started to type my website there, but I didn't. But you have my email and my phone number there. You can drop any questions in the chat. You can always email me or text me or call me directly. If there's anything that I can help you guys do as far as learning about Legalshield, you let me know. We've been thrilled. It's been almost, again, 18 years. It's a blessing to get a chance to work with this company. We haven't worked a job now because of it. And we just—
Say that again, one more time. You haven't what?
We haven't worked a job in over 17 years. We don't we don't have a secret job at Walmart that we'll be stocking at night or nothing like that. You know,
like,
we're not driving Uber.
I got away.
We're not driving Uber after this. It's been 100% Legalshield, and we've been blessed to have a purely residual basis income where it now allows us to go out there and help other people build their dreams and continue to build other businesses. Listen, guys, Wes, Mario, you know, people don't brag about you guys enough. You guys are doing some tremendous things with Multiple Streams Group, with Life Designers. You guys are flat out amazing. I wish I could stay on to listen to your wives, though. Forget about y'all. I wish I had my wife on and listening to y'all wives, because I know.
Because normally we tone them out. This time we're gonna listen.
Hey, there we go. Smart men.
Smart
men. God bless. Back to you guys. Appreciate you guys much.
Max, you're the best, man. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for the plethora of information you provided for everyone on this call. If you guys didn't take anything away from this, man, I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but Max, I appreciate you, brother. All the way through.
My pleasure, man. Thanks, guys, for having me.
Thank you, brother.